All right, I think with that, we can kick this off and let's move on to the next slide. So quick introductions. My name is Lynette and I am the marketing director for ASD. I also have on the line with me Gina, and she is the marketing manager for ASD. And so today we'll be taking through you guys all of the great stuff that we have set up for ASD August. We will be going over the dates, hours, and locations. We are excited to announce that we are in 3 halls for this show. We will also be covering on the best ways to navigate around the convention center, and of course, the need to always plan ahead when coming by for ASD Market Week. We will also cover on what to expect on show site, and also talk a little bit about our new live events and features, and as well as our free educational sessions. And last but not least, we have also a very exciting social media giveaway that we will also want to talk about. All right, so we are a little bit less than 2 weeks away from ASD Market Week, August of 2022. We will be back in the Las Vegas convention Sunday, August 21st through Wednesday, August 24th. And you can see here, we have listed all the show times for each of the days. And just a reminder, if you do want to avoid any long lines, definitely recommend coming in on Friday or Saturday to pick up your badges or register. Now, for those of you who've been to ASD many times, just want to really reiterate that this show for ASD August, we are actually in 3 halls. We are in the West Hall, the North Hall, and Central Hall. So if you're a repeat buyer, or if you're someone who is a new buyer, you definitely want to put on your walking shoes because there is a lot to see this ASD Market Week. You can see here, we're definitely, spread out amongst the 3 halls. But just a reminder, we are not located in the South Hall. So when you're coming to ASD August of 2022, please be sure to visit the West Hall, the North Hall, and the Central Hall. Now let's talk a little bit about how to navigate around the convention center. So as you know, like I mentioned earlier, since we are in 3 halls, I would like to kind of pinpoint some of the best ways on to get around between the different halls. You can see here the quickest way between the West Hall and the North Hall is this skywalk here. So this skywalk is essentially a nice 15 to 20 minute leisure walk, and it gets you directly in between West and North Hall. There's also what we call the loop, and I will talk a little bit more about that in the next slide. And that has 3 stops that will service across all 3 different halls. We also have the shopping shuttle, and this is also a complimentary shuttle service that stops between the West and North Hall. This is the stop 1, and then another stop right over here between North and Central. And this is also a great and convenient way to get around all through the halls. And last but not least, we also have a partner called Scooter Rentals, scootaround.com. If you decide to want to rent any scooters, definitely check this website. And it's all listed on our transportation details of the ASD online website. The loop. This is what I was talking about earlier. For those who don't know, the city of Las Vegas has collaborated with Tesla, the Boring Company, and Elon Musk to build this system for the Las Vegas Convention Center. It is essentially 3 stations stopping between 3 different halls, and the rides throughout the convention center are completely free. These are the shopping shuttles that I mentioned earlier. So be sure to check out these black vehicles with the ASD pink flags. They will be located between the North, the West, and the Central halls. And they will be serviced throughout the show hours. Now let's talk a little bit more about the need to plan ahead. For those that have already registered, great, you're already 1 step ahead. For those who have not registered, I highly recommend you to register today. The reason why, it's completely free to register. And if you don't, you end up paying $50 on show site. So why not register today to get that one step out of the way? And then secondly, we still have limited hotels deals left on our website. So if you go to our hotel website, part of the asdonline.com webpage, you can see we still got a couple of hotel deals left. And this is very important because as soon as, these are very limited, and as soon as we sell out, we will sell out. And the other thing I really want to mention here is the transportation and parking here. So with there are many ways to get around to the actual convention center. One, there's taxi. They also have a Curb app. So if you want to take the taxi, highly recommend you downloading the Curb app in advance so you can pre-book and select and plan your time to get accordingly to the convention center. We also have hotel shuttle buses. So if you stay at any of our partnered hotels, we do offer complimentary hotel shuttles to and from our convention center. And don't forget, of course, there's also rideshare services, Ubers and Lyfts. I don't know if any of you have been to Vegas recently, but it's definitely, it does take a lot longer to request Ubers and Lyfts. So recommend, if you can, to plan ahead and book your Ubers and Lyfts in advance. We also have monorail discounted tickets. So if you go on to our transportation page on our website, we've also listed the best way to get some discounted tickets through the monorail system. And last but not least, you can always park at our lots, which is, you can see here, we have the diamond lot, the silver lot that is available, which is very close to both the west, the north, and the central hall, and parking is at $10. So definitely recommend, checking out the best ways to get to the convention center, as it will be very busy. All right, this is the most exciting part. What to expect on show site. Number of vendors. If you guys haven't heard already, we are expecting 412 more vendors than last August. So what does that mean for you as a buyer? It means more products, more margins. That means this is the best time to come to ASD, right? So we are very excited to be able to, showcase all these new vendors that we have at ASD Market Week. And that's why I really highly recommend you to check out all 3 halls, because there's so much more to see at this ASD August 2022. And here's a quick little snapshot of some of our new and noteworthy buyers that have registered for ASD August 2022. And with that, I will toss it over to Gina, who will talk a little bit more about our health and safety guidelines.
Hello, everyone. So for our health and safety guidelines, we will be, as always, following all CDC, state, city, and LVCC building guidelines. So what that means for this event is that we highly recommend that you wear your face mask at all times indoors. And if you need a face mask, one can be provided for you at the event. But it's not required, and it is not required to have vaccine checks and or negative COVID tests. So again, face masks are recommended, and it's highly recommended that if you feel sick, please stay home. So those details and more can be found at asdonline.com/health-safety. Next slide. So wayfinding, so we've taken great consideration to help you get through the show as easily as possible. It's a large show. What you will notice that the color that we have color coordinated by category. So as you can see there, if you're looking for beauty products, you might want to look for the signage that is in light pink, convenience store, and green, and Source Direct, which is in their signature red color. And I just want to shout out Source Direct because this show in particular is actually the largest we've had in recent past. So we're looking forward to hosting 200 plus international factories that you can source quality product directly from, and that is located in the North Hall. Next slide. Again, look for the bright signage. They're there to help direct you to all of the different halls. And we have our pattern there. Our signature pattern is also found in our brand ambassadors, on our brand ambassadors aprons. So look for them if the signage is not as helpful as you'd like it to be. Also look for our matchmaking kiosks. That team is there to service you, to match you with the right vendor for whatever your store may be. And they can help you also locate those vendors on the show floor. We also have our product showcases. Those are there to highlight what's in other sections. So they give you a sneak peek. For example, if you're in North Hall, you'll see them in the lobby, and they will be another look at the products that can be found in either Central or West Hall. So be on the lookout for those in all of the lobbies. Next slide. And we have our show planner. So this is a really important resource that can help you right now, during and after ASD Market Week. If you are registered, you have complete full access to all of these awesome features listed there. And as of now, you could be already messaging vendors directly, scheduling appointments, saving your favorite products, and show specials is a great tool to be fully prepared before you get to ASD Market Week. Next slide. And our show planner coupled with our online vendor directory is again another great way to plan your visit. You can search by keyword, search by product category, and we've highlighted our icons at the right-hand corner there, just to a way to sort all of the vendors by show specials, private label, drop shipping, e-commerce friendly. That is our most up-to-date online listing of our vendors that are coming to the show. Just as a reminder, there is no event mobile app for August 2022. If you do happen to have an ASD Market Week mobile app on your phone, it's in association with an older show, so that information is no longer relevant. Just because we take great consideration in adding as much detail as possible to our website. So if there's any information that you can possibly find online, it would be at asdonline.com. Next slide. So we are excited to announce some of our special events and features, starting with, we are debuting our ASD swag store at ASD Market Week in August. We're really excited about this. It's going to be located in North Hall at one of the entrances, specifically booth N22604. So we're going to be providing some really cool ASD branded swag. We've got a little bit of a sneak peek with our sneakers and one of our hats there. As an added incentive, if you are a qualified buyer, you are automatically eligible for our daily giveaways. So we're going to be giving away ASD branded swag, as well as our big ticket items, Louis Vuitton and vacation packages and more. So we will be sending out more details about this to our pre-registered buyers in the next few days. So if you're planning on coming to ASD Market Week and you're interested in more information, now is the time to pre-register for free. Next slide. And we have our lifestyle lounge. If you were at ASD Market Week in March 2022, you might have noticed that these merchandise categories, travel size, CBD, adult novelty, and more, they were located in the West Hall, but this time they are going to be located in Central Hall. And that's also where our lifestyle lounge will be located at booth C33423. And it's just a great opportunity to take a load off from shopping, network with your peers, and at some point in the schedule, grab a cocktail. Next slide. And again, we have our matchmaking services. Our team is ready to take care of you and match you with the right vendors that and products that you're looking for. If you were lucky enough to sign up early, that's great. But if you weren't, you can still visit our team at one of our Match Me desks, and they will be throughout the show floor. Next slide. And again, we are throwing our opening night party. That's going to be Sunday, West Hall, 3rd floor, outdoor terrace. We're going to be having complimentary drinks, music, and this time impersonators of Austin Powers in the Fembots. So come ready to take pictures there. And again, we've highlighted our product showcases. Again, those are in the hall lobbies, so you can check out those products. Next slide. Hopefully you've already taken a look at our vendor preview. This is found online at asdonline.com, one of our most popular publications, full of on-trend and new merchandise, products, and pricing information. So definitely take a look at that. Next slide. We've also, again, partnered with Independent Retailers Conference. They're going to be providing us with 30+ free educational sessions, daily keynotes. I've listed those topics there. Those are about an hour, but the rest of the sessions are only about 15 minutes of your time, and they're all conveniently located this time in the West Hall lobby. So you can see the full schedule at that website, or another way to get there is asdonline.com, and then click on education. Next slide. And we love a giveaway. We've got a way for you to win $500, really easy. Just show up at the photo booth, which is at the end of the skywalk when you're walking towards West Hall. If you snap a photo, post on Instagram and include our ASD official hashtag ASD show, you're instantly entered to win $500. And as always, we'd love for you to connect with us on social media. Right now we have a ton of product previews during the show. That's the best way to get the live updates, and you also get a chance to be featured if you tag us. So connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And as always, please use our hashtag ASD show. Next slide. Okay, so this is our Q&A portion of the presentation. Hopefully you've been asking questions throughout the presentation, but now is the time to get your questions in by entering directly in the Q&A box. If you have any questions, now is the time to enter them.
Thanks, Gina. Let's wait a couple minutes, give you guys some time to add in any questions. You guys are a quiet bunch this time. So we got a question from Adam. How do you book meetings with manufacturers? So the best way is like what Gina had explained earlier. If you go onto our website, we have the attendee show planner. You can log in there and then you can start browsing to see which specific manufacturer you're looking for. You can message them directly and set up meetings that way. Or another best way, if you are not sure which manufacturer you're looking for or just need some help, come to show site and come visit our matchmaking desk, and we will be able to help you connect with specific vendors to meet the needs of your products. And it looks like we have another question from Nita. She asked, Nita has asked, do you have many authors selling their books? So I'm assuming many authors selling their books. I don't believe that. I guess this question could be referencing, trying to having, because I think last show we had that was a different show, but I don't know if independent authors. No, I don't believe that we have any specifically, but we can connect with you separately and see what you're trying to look for. I think we have a question from Ricardo asking about translation team from English to Spanish at the conferences. Unfortunately, we do not have a translation team that will translate from English to Spanish.
But we do have a lot of Spanish-speaking vendors, so I'm sure there's someone who can help you that will be at the show.
Great. Is there any other questions? I think that's it. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And sorry, one last question I did see that came through. Does the hotel send confirmation? Yes, they will send a confirmation. If you do not get your confirmation, please reach out to the hotel. Again, we do have limited hotels deals left on our website through On Peak, so be sure to check those out if you haven't booked your hotel. Again, thank you everybody. We really appreciate your time, and we are so excited that you will be joining us in about less than 2 weeks. And with that, we will see you guys all very soon. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.